But outside of here, not so rosy, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, we still have big strides to make. You ready for this? Girlfriend of mine just got a new job. First question the new boss asked her was if she could make a good cup of coffee. Yeah, she stormed right out of that Starbucks. So here we are, funny women of a certain age. Well, I'll get specific with you. What the hell? A couple months ago, I turned 63. Thank you. Yeah, it's so funny. My agent came to my show last week, and afterwards he's like, why are you telling people in the audience how old you are? And I'm like, because it gets applause. Yeah, getting older, it's a bitch. You know what the worst part is? You ever have to enter your age online? Sit there scrolling. Scrolling. But now that I told you how old I am, let's see how old you all are. Do you have an old-timey first name like me, Carole? Are you named Kathy, Susan, Linda, Mindy? These are all names that tell the world you're not 30 anymore. There's no babies being named Carole. No. And here's what's wild, okay? I go to Starbucks every day. I cannot tell you how many times when the baristas ask my name and I've said Carole, they've asked me, with a C or a K? With a C or a K. Yeah, it's actually with a hard Q. Yeah, like in Qatar. Another old-timey first name of the guys of my generation is Richard. Yes, Richard, popular name. And of course, we all know the nickname for Richard would be Dick. Dick. Yeah, can't go around calling people Dick now. Are you kidding? Especially in the workplace. 2 seconds, you have HR up your butt. Yeah, Ms. Leifer, we received a complaint. Apparently, you called Richard in accounting a dick. I didn't call him a dick. I called him Dick. Well, I'm sorry, but your argument is pretty half-cocked. Sorry if you feel like I'm giving you the shaft. Ball's in your court. Plastic surgery? Haven't had any. Nope, I'm for real. Well, mostly because I'm afraid. I mean, so many of these procedures are so whack, aren't they? Oh my God, have you heard about this one? I'm not even making this one up, okay? Where they take the fat from a woman's buttocks and inject it into the lips. Brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, kiss my ass. Yeah, what can I say? I'm old. I thought WikiLeaks was a new type of pad. You know what I am totally obsessed with, though? You know that life alert button? Yeah, I know I'm a little young for it, but it's amazing. Like, you just push it, and they're there like 2 seconds later. I have a feeling, though, I might get a little devious with it, though. You know, I'd be like, help, I've fallen, and I'd love a turkey sandwich. But I like to think I'm still pretty hip, pretty happening with the young people. Well, I work with a lot of young writers, you know, and like last week, I went to lunch with this guy who's like 23, and this great song came over the PA in the restaurant. And I said to him, I wish I could find out what the song is. I really like it. And he said to me, why don't you Shazam it? And I actually went Shazam. But I'll tell you one thing I love about getting older. Oh, I do. Senior discounts. Oh, yeah. You like a bargain like me, right? Yeah, but I'll be very honest with you guys. A big reason why I'm here tonight is because I got a Groupon to perform. But it's a different world than when I was growing up. See it everywhere. Like, take, for instance, tattoos. Okay? When I was growing up, tattoos were like for sketchy people. You know, like unsavory sailors. Inmates from cell block B. Yeah, now my Aunt Ruth in Boca has a tattoo. Look, it's my brisket. Technology, isn't it amazing how far we've come? You know, my mom is gone now, but I think of her all the time. You know what invention my mom would have flipped for? The navigation system in the car. Oh, are you kidding? Another woman talking to her the entire time she's in the car? Are you kidding? This is a Jewish woman's dream. And you know how you can program the accent? You know, she'd set it to, like, Cedarhurst, Long Island. All right, I'm gonna put you on the Long Island Expressway now. No, you know what? No, I'm not going to. No, and you know why? They drive like maniacs on that LIA, like maniacs. You get on there, you take your life in your hands. No, we're doing surface streets. We're doing surface streets only. Are you hungry? Tatala, I only had an English muffin for breakfast. And they're not very filling. And oh my God, Oigavald, look out, make a left, make a left! And that's what we call GPS. You've been terrific! Thank you so much! Thank you!
Everybody thinks when you're a road comic, it's this glamorous life. See this? This is what it's like to be a road comic. Okay, this is the green room. And where they put you up is a comedy condo, which is a broken down one-bedroom apartment that you have to share with 3 other male comics. And the #1 rule in comedy condo etiquette, you never eat the mayonnaise. Why? Someone's put his dick in it. Thank you so much. Holy shit, we're doing another one! So I recently turned 61. A lot of young people want to know what it's like being in your 60s. So basically, this is it. There's a lot of moaning. But it's not from sex. Let me explain what I mean. So last weekend, I was at my sister's house for a barbecue, right? So I said I'd help clean up. So I'm in the kitchen, her and her husband in the living room. I'm doing the dishes. All of a sudden, I hear this. Oh. And I'm doing the dishes going, are they fucking in the living room? I walked in, they were trying to get off the couch. Look, I am proud about my age, okay? I'm so proud about my age. And when I was in Los Angeles promoting the first special, I would talk about being in my 60s, and the young LA women, they were so adorable, like, oh my God, Carole, you're so brave talking about your age. I'm like, I don't go into burning buildings, I tell dick jokes for a living, okay? Calm down, calm down. And this one young girl, this one LA girl, she was like, Carole, I know you don't like plastic surgery, but I gotta tell you about this new thing that they're doing in LA. It's called vaginal rejuvenation. Have you heard about this? I know, look at the look of you like, what? Right. No, listen what this is. It's plastic surgery for your vagina to make it look younger. Now, we have all seen bad facelifts, right? What's a bad facelift? If you get a bad doctor for down there, what's it gonna look like? That's not pretty, is what I'm saying. It's just not pretty. But I understand why some women would want to do that, you know, especially if you're a mom, because we do have a lot of moms here tonight, right? Right? Childbirth fucks up your shit. Do you know what I'm saying? It fucks everything. First of all, you know, young women, like, when they hear about childbirth, they think it's beautiful and magical. And angels are singing. And unicorns are you shit yourself, okay? Just so you... A giant head comes out of a space this small. I don't remember much about my childbirth, but I do remember looking down and seeing the doctor sewing up my lower region. And me turning to my husband and going, might as well, you're never getting in again. And my son was born 2 weeks late. Okay, typical man, he wanted to stay inside as long as he possibly could. And that little shit would not come out of me, okay? So I called my doctor, right? It was a Friday afternoon. I'll never forget this. I said, please, can I come in? Please induce me. He goes, Carole, I'm golfing this weekend. I'll induce you on Monday. But over the weekend, try to induce your baby yourself. This is actually a medical procedure. It's called natural induction. You have to make love a lot, have nipple stimulation, and take a lot of long walks. My husband hears this, and he goes, so let me get this straight. I get to fuck you, play with your tits, and tell you to go take a hike? I could do that. I still can't, I mean, I know that I'm 61. I still can't believe that I have an adult son. I have a 27-year-old son. And I'm very close with my son. Are you close with your kids? Yeah, I'm very close. I'm very close to my son. He tells me everything. 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 And it's my fault, because I was pregnant. I took him with me. I was on the road as a baby. I took him with me, you know? He's been around comedy his whole life, you understand? So he tells me stuff. When he was 12, I was driving him to school one day, and we're at a stoplight, and here's what I hear my 12-year-old son say to me. Mommy, don't tell Daddy, but I haven't masturbated yet. Okay. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? He's trying to communicate. So I was trying to think, okay, I have to say the right thing. So very slow, very calmly, I said, honey, whenever you're ready, you go and do it. And then I gunned the car. I made it to school in 2 minutes. I'm like, get out of the car! So when he was 14, 2 years later, right? We're back here in New York City. He's in the shower. It's his first day of high school. I'm making breakfast for him. From the shower, I hear, Mom, there's a cut on my penis. And in my head, I'm thinking, do you ever talk to your fucking father? So I say to my husband, who's sound asleep, I get right in his face and go, wake up, your son has a cut on his dick. He literally pops out of bed, he runs into the bathroom, he runs right back out and he goes, you didn't use enough lotion, I'm going back to bed. Yeah, and that's how I found out, because the next day, all of my lotion went missing. And when he was 18, right, he was dating a young lady, and they were in love, so they decided they wanted to lose their virginity to each other. So who does he come to? All I said was, listen, honey, just make sure you use birth control, right? Good mom, right? So he says, what happens if my girlfriend says she's on the pill, Mom? I said, that could be Prozac. Do not trust that little bitch. So I once again went to my husband and said, go get him condoms. Now, there are reasonable men in this group. Most reasonable men would get their son a 3-pack. My husband bought him a box of 40 fucking condoms. He went to Costco. Well, Kirkland makes an amazing condom. Thank you, Costco shoppers. I bought him a case of Gatorade, didn't want him to get dehydrated. But here's the best part. Here's how he told me. You would have thought he would have called me, right? He texted me. Here's the text. I'm a man now. So I texted him back, that is great, honey. I'm gonna go fuck daddy. Love you. And he's 27, so he's a millennial. And like the people who have millennials, are they still living with you? Oh, they're the worst, man. They leave, they come back, they leave, they come back. I moved, he found me. You know what I mean? So he did move out. The first time he ever moved out, he was 20 years old. He was out for 2 years. It was really good. And then he moved back. He was having roommate problems. And I remember saying to him, well, why did you move out? You know, we live in New York City. It's very expensive. And he goes, Mom, I was starting a date. I was worried if I brought home a girl, you'd walk in on us. Like, that's horrible. I would never do something like that. But then he moved back home, he brought home a girl, and I had to because he challenged me. And it was a Saturday night, and the subway wasn't running because the girlfriend lived in Brooklyn, because that's where they all fucking live. And I said to him, I said, you know, I said to the girl, I said, look, it's late, don't take an Uber, just stay over, I'll see you tomorrow, everything will be fine, right? And then I waited. About 2 hours. And then I just burst into his room. Oh, you're doing it all wrong, lift her up, lift her up! And then he moved to Los Angeles. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
America's Got Talent was life-changing for me. I had a joke in my act back at the time where I used the F-bomb. Just before I went on stage, the producer, he said to me, Julia, are you going to say it? And I was like, no, man, I'm not. He goes, they'll love it. So I'm filming this thing. It's like 13 million people watching. And I looked at the audience and I just went, you know, fuck that. The audience just went berserk. But I saw Simon laughing, and that was even better.
Oh my God, look at this place. Whoa, man. Wow, look at this, fantastic. It's so nice to see so many people here that I don't know, and it's good to... So I'm gonna start telling you, I turned 65. Please, that just means I didn't die from last year, you know. And I am what's officially known as the golden years. I'm in those now. And I don't know who named these things, but that's the stupidest name I've ever heard in my life. Golden years. Let me tell you something. I was standing in front of the mirror naked this morning, and if these are the golden years, the price of gold just collapsed. Everything's going on me. My eyes are going, my hearing's going. All right, you do the same thing? You know what I found this morning in my microwave? I found a jar of mayonnaise. I have no idea how it got there. I live alone, so I know I put it there. The cat's not capable of lifting such a great weight. Oh my God, I'm telling you, I've reached this point where, I don't even know if I should say this, but there are some days when I just smell funny. For no apparent reason. I've had a lot of health problems this year. I've had more body parts moved around this year. I'm starting to feel like Mrs. Potato Head. Oh my God, 2 years ago, I had both hips replaced. I had a pacemaker put in. About a month and a half ago, I had my spine rebuilt. I know. That's why I'm telling you this. And last Christmas, I had quadruple bypass surgery. I know. That was my Christmas present. And all I asked for in this was I wanted a puppy. That was it. My doctor says now, with all my new parts, I could live to be 100. I'm like, get the hell out of here. You do that, I'll sue you for malpractice, you bastard. Have you ever seen 100-year-old people? They're friggin' creepy. Oh my God, they always have him on the Today Show in the morning, right? They wheel him out. Poor bastard doesn't even know where he's at. He's looking around like, is this Iwo Jima? Right, and then they put the little cone hat on his head. Right, they pull the chin strap down, it snaps back up, and you look like that. And then they wheel the cake out, it's got 100 candles on it. Like, are you kidding? He's on oxygen, get that away from him. And the gifts, the gifts suck when you get older, right? Right. You know what, my birthday gifts, you know what I got, Liz? Slippers and a jigsaw puzzle. Right? And I'm supposed to get excited about this. I'm like, oh, look, it's a 5,000-piece puzzle. And it says here on the box it's 80% sky. That's gonna keep me busy on those cold winter nights. Glad I got these shitty slippers to keep my feet warm. I want good gifts like I used to get. I want like a bike, or a TV, or a vibrator. I want a life-size chocolate George Clooney, right? That I could start eating in the middle. Right, but I can't even have chocolate anymore because it constipates me. That's a big deal in old people land, constipation, right? It's such a big deal, we made it into an occasion. We call it occasional constipation. It's like a friggin' holiday now. Oh my God, Constipation Day's coming, Constipation Day's coming. I can't believe Walmart put up the Constipation Day decorations already. It's only September. Are you going to the big Constipation Day parade? No, I'm not moving. Neither is the parade. So, I feel, I've been feeling out of touch lately, too. The older I get, especially around young people. I want to, like, you're so young. I mean, I want to be hip, like, so that you like me. No, but I do. And it's, especially with the music, I can't keep up with the music. Like, I just found out Ariana Grande is not a drink from Starbucks. Right? I swear to God, I can't even watch the History Channel anymore. I just sit there all day going, I remember that. I remember that too. Wait a minute, is that me running through the mud at Woodstock naked? And the world's gotten really weird, man. It's a frightening world. We're all afraid of marauders now, banditos. They're everywhere. Now they got this thing called a See Something, Say Something hotline. Are you familiar with this? Yeah. If you don't know about it, what it is if you see something suspicious, you're supposed to call it in. It's Big Brother. Right? Anybody know the phone number for the See Something? No. Anybody ever see something? But they spend all this money to train all these highly trained professionals to operate the See Something, Say Something hotline. They'll be like, see something, say something, hotline, see something? Hi, I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. See something, say something, hotline, you see something? Hi, it's my girl's birthday. Can you play Freebird? It's like... See, the thing of it is, if you actually ever see something, you're gonna know it. You're gonna know it right away. Like if you ever see, say, I don't know, a coyote, right? Walking down the street on its hind legs, and it's carrying a box of dynamite. A side of the box just says Acme Dynamite Company. You've seen something, you know. So, you guys are fun, man. So you should know this. If you didn't know this about me, I'll tell you right now. I'm transgendered. Where are my trans folks? Let me hear you. Really? Really? Boy, I'm usually the only one. It's tough being trans in this country. It really is. Like, I always thought it would be so much easier if I were just gay. Seriously, gays, I could do a gay standing on my head, right? Which would make me very popular in the gay community. But it's hard if you could be gay and you could stay in the closet your whole life. Nobody ever has to know. Not if you're trans. You got to come out to everybody. Everybody. You show up at work one day in heels and a skirt, people are going to notice. Does Bob look a little different to you today? What is it, Bob? New haircut? I don't know. Oh, man. And I had to come out to my family. I was married when I came out. Boy, should have been there for that conversation. I took my ex out for a nice dinner. We sat her down. I said, honey, we have to talk. She looked at me. She goes, is it another woman? Kinda, yeah, She's like, is she prettier than me? I go, yep. All my female friends were so welcoming. They took me right in under the, under the way. Men, not so much. They freaked out. My friends are like, oh my God, he's cutting it off. You're cutting it off? He's cutting it off. That's what they thought. Yeah, I'm cutting it off. They have like a penis guillotine set up for me. I'm flying over to 17th century France. There'll be a guy there with a pencil-thin mustache, a beret, and a cigarette. He's like, are you ready to get the pee-pee cut off? Okay, move the pee-pee closer, move the pee-pee closer, move the pee-pee... And voila! You are a woman now. Da, 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 da. So, surprise, surprise, I don't date much. Because I confuse people. Like straight men don't want to date me because they think I'm a guy, and that would make them gay. Lesbians don't want to date me because they think I'm a guy, and that would make them straight. I'm like, well, you say I have issues. Come on. Some people have suggested that I try one of these dating websites. Well, all these websites act the same way, right? They make you fill out a questionnaire, right? And they try to match you up with what you have in common with another person, right? You're all smart people. You don't need a website to tell you if you have something in common. So I say, match people up by what's wrong with them. Right? It's a much more efficient way to do it. Like, I'll give you an example. You match up, say, the anorexics, match them up with the compulsive eaters. I mean, think about it. It's like, you gonna eat that? No, here, you can have it. I love you, I love you. Or you match up the guys with erectile dysfunction, match them up with the vaginal dryness women. I think it was like, you feel like doing it tonight? Well, I do, but I can't. Neither can I! I love you, I love you. Right? Or you match up the people with that sleep apnea, you know, the ones got to wear that gas mask to bed. Match them up with the restless leg people. This way, if they stop breathing in the middle of the night, you got it covered, right? You'd be laying in bed and be like, oh my God, wake up! Wake up! I love you, I love you. And I love you, thank you all so much.
I've always been tough, and you have to be tough to be this age and still work in the clubs. I don't want to have to try to convince people to like me. I know who I am. There's a young generation that is not tough. I could take the whole generation out with a jar of peanuts. Whoa. Hey. Well, thank you. It's nice to see people actually laughing now. It's a hard time in this country. People are always saying, like, why do you think comics are having such a hard time? And you want to know why I think we are? Too many generations are alive at the same time. That's why. I'm not supposed to have to entertain all of you. Right? I'm supposed to pick a demographic and stay in my lane. But you guys want to come. There's so many. You got the greatest generations alive, baby boomer generations alive, Gen X, that's me, Gen Y, millennial, zennial. Get the hell out of here. It's ridiculous. I'm not supposed to go do a show and you show up with your kids. Look around. Some of you are here with your children. I don't even know my mother's first name. It's not fair. And listen, my sweet young millennials, I know you're a little sensitive, and I don't want to pick on you. I'm not picking on you. You have something that our generation will never have again: hope. They told you could be anything you wanted. That was completely different than our house. My brother told my father, I want to be an astronaut. He goes, you're too friggin' stupid. That's not mean, that's career advice, okay? And now stupid is a bad word. That's what my son's 11, he came home and he said, Mommy, the teacher told me stupid is a bad word. I said, tell your teacher Mommy's got to leave a lot of other words out. Stupid is staying in. Okay? Besides, I'd have nothing to call his father. That's my husband, I love him. You would love him too. I'll talk about him a little bit later. I married the hot kid from the slow class, all right? So, hey. I know who I am. I take care of me. I don't need him to do anything for me. Have sex with me and guard the perimeter. Know your role, all right? That's it. What do I need him for? Yeah, you want to talk about equal opportunity, that's when we talk about it. Now, I love the young generations. You do your marches, you do everything. You know, you go, oh, women, we support women. Of course I support women. How do you think that all these new young comics got here? All these broads that you've seen march out on stage, okay? That's how they got here. Just because I don't know how to knit a vagina hat doesn't mean I wasn't supporting women. Okay? Some of you say you support women and you're lying. You're lying. And you go, how do you know? Tammy, I'll tell you how, because I'm not just a comic, I'm a behavioral scientist. I watch people and then I talk about them at night. You lie and pretend you're supporting women, and I know you're lying because you'll take a little picture, even tonight, with your friends. Little selfies of yourselves, post it up on social media. And you only fix you. You leave your friend hanging. Oh my God, you look great. Did Shrek enjoy the comedy show? People can't handle it when you tell them the truth. I feel like Jack Nicholson half the time. You can't handle the truth. That's the problem. The problem nowadays is that life is tough. Stuff happens. My generation is getting old. I now go to the bathroom at the time I used to go out to nightclubs. Okay? I can't find the piece of paper I wrote all my passwords down. But I did write them in cursive, so there's that. There's that. Might want to be nice to an old person if you want to read the Declaration of Independence. Figure out what you're outraged about. You think I care? I know who I am. That's it. You have to know who you are. You understand? I know because in my house, I grew up, I'm 100% Sicilian. They didn't let you pretend. Thank you, the 4 of you that I'm probably related to. And I love my people, but Italian people are the worst because there's always one old Italian lady who is miserable. You could tell her, I solved cancer, I cured cancer. Meh. That was my grandma. My grandfather, now he was my best friend. The day before I got married, my grandfather showed up. I opened up the door, he goes, hey, Tam, today is the best day of your life. I said, but Pop, I get married tomorrow. He goes, I know, today is the best day. Listen, for me, it worked out. My cousin, not so much. She's living with me, right? Because her husband was taking pictures of his penis and sending them to random broads. Not random broads. I mean, they were specific. That'd be funny if he was just like airdropping them. See, there's the difference in generations. When I say airdrop, the young people, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The old people are picturing 8x10 glossies of a penis with a little parachute tied on it, being tossed out of a World War II bomber. Like sexual propaganda or something. That's everybody sexualized now. Don't worry about those penis pictures. I'm sure there's an Amish dude right now tracing it on a piece of parchment somewhere. He's got the candle behind him to get the proper glow. He's got his quill dipping it in the inkwell. Then he's got to roll it up like a scroll and trot it to his girl's house. He knocks on the door. Hearest thou go with Rebecca? Rebecca unrolls it and she can't churn butter correctly for a week. Don't worry, they're not here and they're not going to be watching either. So get over it. Get over it. I'm tired. Just tired all the time. That's what the one thing, the youth, you have energy to have sex and all your fun little things you do, like your threesomes, whatever. I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you, if there was another woman in bed with my husband and I'd be like, you got this covered? Because I got stuff to do. All right? I'm busy. Make me a sandwich before you leave, too, all right? Because I am not gluten-free. I don't know when all that stuff happened. Gluten, peanut allergies. And stop yourself. I know peanut allergies are real. I know it's a real thing. My brother had a peanut allergy in the 80s, okay? Back in the 80s, you know what my parents did? Nothing. Not a damn thing. They're like, you want that Snickers or not? So what if you swell? You don't go to school till Monday. You think they would have spent $800 on an EpiPen when it only cost $400 to have a new baby at the hospital? Do the math. The old math, not this new stupid math that they try to tell you. I can't take it anymore, and I'm telling you, sometimes I feel sorry for my husband because I'm always on edge, but the fact of the matter is, we don't argue over much anymore, okay? Want to know what we argue about? A lot of people have talked about this. We argue over the GPS. He will listen to that GPS as if it was Moses coming down off the mountain. If it said turn left into the ocean, he would turn left into the ocean. Hey, maybe it's a shortcut. We're submerged right now. He's like, you're just jealous. You're jealous that I listened to her. I am jealous. I'm jealous she's somewhere else and I'm in the fucking car with him. That's what I am jealous of. That's what I'm jealous of. I want that broad's life. I'll tell you, here's the other thing we argue about. He snores and he doesn't believe me. If somebody who shares a pillow with you tells you that you snore, believe them. Why would I make that up? Now it's a game. Now I gotta prove to him. Now I'm a documentarian. I gotta film him, right? Like I'm looking for a Yeti in the Andes. This is ridiculous. Why would I make that up? I'm in the business of words. I'd make up something way more fantastical. Be like, you know what you do while you sleep? It's the weirdest thing. You juggle. Yeah, I know. I heard this noise. Boom, boom, boom. I opened my eyes. Pillows hitting the ceiling. In a rhythmic formation. It's ridiculous. Listen, I love him. I'm not going anywhere. And that fact was tested a couple years ago. He got sick. Really sick. He's okay now. But at the time when he got sick, we Googled it on WebMD and we thought for sure he was dying. Right? And he said to me, he goes, if something happens to me, I want you to know you can get married again. I was like, oh my, I didn't even want to get married this time. What are the odds I get knocked up at this age? So I said, what do you mean? Like, he's testing me. You realize that, right? When he tells me I can get married again, he's testing me to see if I'm loyal. Of course I'm loyal. I'm a 3 a.m. friend. I will show up at 3 o'clock in the morning with a shovel and bail money, no questions asked, okay? That's who I am. But he's testing, well, I get so mad he's testing me, because what am I supposed to say to you can get married again? Huh? Oh, can I have Frank's number in case you're in a coma? So I gave him the answer that I knew he needed, all right? Because that's who I am. I love this man. This is the light of my life. I told him, I said, listen, no matter what happens to you, as long as I walk this earth, there will never be another man who gets to call me his wife. And you could tell he was relieved. I said, but I will bang a lot of people. I'm Terry Pescatelli. Good night. God bless. Thank you.